The Fat Controller preferred steam engines on his railway, but he found diesels very useful too because they could pull either coaches or trucks. "You're versatile," he would say to them, "real mixed traffic engines." Boko and Bear were both proud of this, but James was not impressed. He liked these two diesels, but he treated all others with deep suspicion. Visiting diesels sometimes boasted about how special they were. Usually, the Sudrian diesels had to spend the next day smoothing ruffled feelings. One day, a particularly haughty diesel came from the other railway. When the visitor found that he was to share the shed with steam engines, he stopped outside in disgust and refused to go any further. "Why on earth does your controller keep such out-of-date objects?" he growled rudely. "Dirty, smoky, slow things, ugh!" He shuddered delicately. "On our railway," the diesel continued loftily, "steam engines are kept strictly in their place." Boko and the other engines lost patience. "Stay outside then if you're so proud about it," he said. "I'm going to join my friends." "I hope it's cold tonight and he can't start in the morning," snorted James. "At least someone might want to preserve us. Who'd need him, old stuck-up?" The engines were glad when morning came. They went to fetch their trains as early as they could, and the visitor was left alone. "That's better," he purred to himself. "How can an engine rest in all that hissing and clanking?" The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed which Boko and Bear shared. Old Stuck-up was so full of self-importance that he had forgotten he would need cleaning and refueling before he went home. It was getting late when he remembered. "If I go in now while the shed is empty," he said to himself, "no one will know I've been." He scuttled forward quickly. Too quickly. The rails where Bear and Boko had stood were oily, and when he tried to stop he couldn't. "Brake blocks and buffers! I'm slipping!" he wailed, as his wheels locked and slithered. He shut his eyes as with a despairing whoop of horror he crashed into the wall at the end of the shed. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draught came through the hole in the wall. "Ho ho ho!" chortled Henry. "Old Stuck-up came unstuck, did he? I say, Boko, what is it the Fat Controller calls you?" "Versatile," chuckled Boko, "but that's not what he called Stuck-up. I couldn't hear all he said, but I didn't think it sounded very polite."